Hello, Shades. We're here, Shadow the Way, and kind of cover. We're here with an episode of Resident Evil 3 Remake.
Casualties were numerous, the 5 stars. Incidents was legal bioweapon experience lab in the Umbrella's lab underneath the mansion. T-virus being used to these experiments escaped the facility and is presumed the root cause of all that occurred. However, the evidence was destroyed along with the mansion, so further investigation has proven to be extremely difficult. Alright.
Is that Jill in the front row?
Yes it is.
Really? I mean, I think I see where she's supposed to be,
The
but
bottom,
that's
she's
such
the
a
shortest
fucked up
one.
image.
She's the shortest one by far.
Yeah, I realize that, but is that image just low quality as for you? Like that?
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
look like
it
a high
is
quality
some
image.
of the shittiest quality I've ever seen. I can't tell who's Wesker. It's either the guy on all the way on the right.
It looks like the top corner guy.
It
Like
looks
the
like
guy
either
second from the left.
That's what I was thinking. Second from the left is who I originally thought was Wesker, and I looked at the guy all the way on the right, and I was like,
Oh, you think it's the guy behind Jill?
No, the guy all the way on the right, just completely. He kind of looked like it, but nah, I think it.
He doesn't have the shades.
I think I was originally
like,
right. The second to the left.
To the left has
second,
shades.
Yeah, second to the left is like who I originally thought, and I think it is him. I think that was.
The second from the right is the fat guy who helped them in the hotel. I remember. The first left guy is the guy who you're with right now, like that bald guy. And I think the other guy who came in with you was the second.
Is Brad the one? Is that Brad on the left or right? I mean, all the way on the right. Is that could be Brad? The guy who made us at the beginning of this game, just slightly.
Well, I thought Brad could have been the one on the left crouching, the first one crouching.
Oh, sweet herb. Nope.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, this has some orange shit in it. That should be good.
Are you sure that's not just the yellow tie?
Fucking. Well, have you seen Scooby Snack? I forget. I forget. I don't know what his channel is called. It's like Gentle Steve or some shit. It is funny.
No.
But he where am I supposed to go? I don't have this. Anyways, point is he made this like one really fucking funny Scooby-Doo animation where it's just like Shaggy fucking getting high, them getting Scooby snacks or whatever.
Derailed. Was anyone hurt? Jill?
Yeah, 3 people dead.
Shit.
1 female.
Your boss is dead.
Russian,
Everyone's dead. Your partner left me 4 dead.
Jill, come in. T, I gotta go. Do what you gotta. I'll take care of Bart.
I just thought that's like, could you
just
imagine
leave him.
if someone's body was identified by being a Russian? Just like it's like an like you can't figure out what their actual identity is, so you're like, okay, we got 4 dead, 1 of them being Russian, the other 3 American.
Just nationalities. How would you discern that without like DNA? Couldn't you just use their DNA?
I know. That's the funny part. Is
What?
like, could you imagine just saying 3?
What are we loading?
3.
What is
1
happening?
Male, 1 female, and 1 Russian.
Yeah, the other one.
Maybe.
He left. He ran for it.
Oh my god.
Nice ass, Jill. I'm surprised that metal's not hot.
This is actually kind of related to what we were just talking about between episodes. But you want to know what dating reminds me of?
No. What?
It reminds me of how people talk about how to choose a politician. Because
What?
you got your ideals, right, in mind of what you want. And then you go to reality and you have to drop some of those things. You gotta be like, okay, let me lose this one maybe for that one. And
I guess I see what you're saying. Like, lower your expectations.
and you have to.
But you
and
chose
what
the weirdest way to say it.
Well, no, the reason why I picked this is that some ideas from let's say you like 4 out of 5 ideas a politician is like pushing, right? Do you go with them or do you go with someone, or do you go with the other person who has maybe only 2 and the other two are fine, but one that's really bad. You have to figure out what's, you have to take
Then the one
ship,
with the most, the ones you agree with the most. The one with the force.
Well, what if one of them is radically against you, right? Like, what if
like the one idea out of the 5 is bad, but the other 4 are good? Well, then that's still fine because our government has checks and was supposed to have checks and balances to block things like that in case if it is the majority people against it. The point of it is to turn the country into actual democracy where the general idea is further explained and thought out and discussed whether it's good or bad by the public and then decided on by them. He can propose the idea as the leader, but he cannot just enforce it.
But, and I continue on saying, it's like, you have to figure out what you want more, and it's like, with policy, you know, what you want is the policies, that you want, but unlike dating, you have to bite the bullet on something that you don't like if you want to support more that you want to, right? Like if you want to get the most good you want
then
out
there
of
should
it,
be not compensation, cooperation, compromise.
Compromise, okay.
Compromise on that. Even if it's if you met someone who's like your dream girl, but there's one thing you
I'm talking
didn't
about a politician at this point.
Okay.
Policies.
But you were comparing it to a date, but you were like saying, but what if there's one thing you hate?
I said unlike dating.
What?
You know, with politician.
I'm just going. Time to
I
cuss
said
you.
unlike dating, with policies, you have to sometimes bite the bullet to get the most good out of it, is what I was saying.
Oh! I thought you were saying like dating, and I was trying to correct you. I was like,
I was saying the opposite.
Okay.
Come in.
But
Carlos?
the funny part is that this whole idea came to me after most of my dating ideas kind of went down the drain, and the fact that anytime someone took an interest in my profile was always a cam, or it was always a camera or a porn actor, which makes sense because I totally seemed like the easiest target for like the first 5 seconds until I realized that it'd be the most shitty way to start a relationship ever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna deal with that instant regret, so I'm just gonna say no. But and it was like after, and then whenever I say like I'm out, you know, they always back out. And it's like that's fine, but it reminded me of like choosing a politician because you have to, you know, bite the bullet on some things you don't like to get the most out of it.
Do you? Like, that's the thing. Like I said,
with policies at least.
Sometimes you don't if you actually just wrote something that's genuinely considered, you know, better. Like there are universally
True,
policies.
But the way I've heard people talk about it, it sounds
that's
like
the thing.
Never
That's
the case.
because our government kind of sucks ass right now, and it needs a little bit of restructuring.
That doesn't change my thing at all, though.
All right.
Like I was referring to how people talk about it, not how it should be.
All right. Should I bring anything else out?
So, the other day, I was scrolling on YouTube, and I saw this video, where this Minecraft YouTuber was making a call to help, as an issue where it basically makes Minecraft unplayable on servers, even, like, single-player servers, apparently. like, apparently just makes it so garbage fire. And they found a band-aid fix, which doesn't really help everywhere because the band-aid fix is considered a VPN, which some servers just immediately say, hey, turn off your VPN and you'll be fine to come in. And it's like, yeah, and I'll die instantly. Like, you know, like there won't be a way to play the server without it. And so he made a call to help video he put a $200 reward for anyone who could replicate it and find a solution for. Well, I think it was mostly replicating it, and you know, once they found out how to replicate it, what was the issue, and they had a real solution. they could collect the reward of $200 from him. And literally like 6 hours later, two people found it, and so he just split the money between the two of them. But I thought it was cool how the creator was able to rally his community in finding solutions.
Oh yeah, that is something always fun to watch.
It sounds like something out of an anime, like okay people, let's all come together, like a spirit ball, basically.
I mean, I get, yeah, spirit bomb. Anyways, I do agree. I wouldn't. I guess you could say it's like anime, but like.
Well, it just makes you think of that because it's the stereotypical like friends. If we work together, you know, blink. It's very fantasy.
I guess if you like call it as like friends, because it is like how anime is. It's friends. You don't need to be friends to work together in real life, which is kind of like how I like about a community. You don't even necessarily. You just have a common goal, even if you're not friends.
But yeah. I just thought that was so cool. It was like, man, like this community bands together to find, and this isn't actually the first time he did it. He did it one time before, where there was a bug on his server, where basically people were able to crash the server, and it only took like one person, and he didn't know how to fix it, so he just had people try to replicate it, and then that one was another reward one where he gave it like $100 to whoever could who could replicate it, and it was like, so he's done this before, and I just like seeing it because it makes you think of like those like stories, like news stories where it's like a community band together to solve a solution. You know, it seems very fairy tale like to me because obviously the world is fucked up and all that. I should have
just saved over that one, but oh well.
So
wow, synchronized. Like fucking ballerina, man. Fucking get up, you coward. You're alive. You're alive. Stop faking it. Stop faking it. Stop faking it. Stop faking it. While I take my hand off the keyboard in case you do come alive. Okay, you're alive.
So you want to know something I found out a few weeks ago that was really interesting?
Sure.
I found out I have a really weird reaction when people are sad and try to hold it back. And the scenario I am gonna be referencing here is I'm playing Persona 3 Reload, right?
Right.
And in the game the characters have conflicts. And
Don't grab my head. You didn't grab my head?
One of them loses a loved one. And then you try to hide it, and when you inquire about it, they're like, you weren't expecting, you weren't
expecting the Spanish Inquisition, now were you?
And my immediate response, IRL is, well, I mean, I didn't yell this, but in my mind, I'm thinking, shut the fuck up and tell me what the fuck's going on.
Shut up and tell me what's happening.
Super.
It sounds like you're just like a confused stranger. Shut the fuck up and tell me what's going on.
Yeah, but also it is supportive because like when I think I got it because from the time when I was holding my feelings and just understanding that everyone needs support.
Right.
And it's just that my support is just direct and a bit strong-handed.
Oh, I mean, I get that problem too.
And
okay,
it
so
could
that
be just
is
my neurodivergent brain of like being streamlined, you know, being direct, you know, being effective. It's like, don't make these excuses, just what happened, you know.
Come on.
But it also probably helped. It came from the fact that, well, I mean, let me think about that. Not really, actually. That doesn't make much sense. I was gonna say it probably also came from the fact that I've never really had friends, so The idea
Right.
that
You had
someone
to
would
find your comfort
withhold
closer.
away from me, I'd be like insulted and be like, no, tell
You
me what's
asshole!
going on, man.
How dare you?
But at the same time, that's kind of unrelated because that's just kind of that would affect other things, not necessarily the reaction to someone else being. I don't know. It could be defensive because like I recently saw a show where like a character was being defensive
Okay.
of someone they made friends with recently, and I heard a YouTuber be like, "So I'm guessing they didn't have friends when they were younger," and it's like, and that does seem to be the case. But the idea that you would be aggressive towards for your limited
Annie.
amount of friends kind of surprises me.
Carlos,
At least
respond.
at the moment. Like later on, I realized that makes sense. You
We
know,
didn't make it.
your idea is
The
you're
train
protecting him, you're trying to keep him safe because you don't have many of them.
Everybody's dead.
Oh yeah, maybe we
Meanwhile,
should talk about.
everybody.
We said that we were talking about like this is a continuation of what we were talking about earlier. This entire
Nikolai left
conversation.
us to die.
Well, I mean,
Oh, boy.
I didn't bring it up more specifically
just-
because it was more of a random
It was
story.
more of a-
and plus, you didn't
Yeah,
want to bring it up.
it was
before
more
when I
private,
said we
but at
should
the same
start.
time, we were talking
So-
about like psychology and
Wait,
philosophy.
psychology, that's
Oh,
what it was? I thought it was interesting.
it was like the interest in psychology of like romantic attraction and whatnot. And like, yeah.
Sure. That's whatever you want to call that, buddy.
What? That's what it was. I don't even understand what joke you're making, because that is exactly
It's not
what
a
it
joke.
was.
It's just I didn't take it as psychological at all. I took it as completely okay. People have kinks, so they're gonna go after those kinks. And you were like, "Isn't that weird?" I'm like, "No, it's what you're interested in." You know.
But
if
I
you're
was
interested in
wondering
what
about
you're
like the
pale people, you're
differences
gonna
in
go
what
for pale
makes
people.
things interesting. You know, that's what I was talking about. There's got to be items around here somewhere, probably.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Whoa!
hard to do.
You're fast.
I mean, he is on 4 legs, so presumably he should be twice as fast as you. That's how legs work. You just do multiplication whenever you add another leg. Ugh.
Whoa. Okay. Hello. How are you, sir? Why am I not
Am I gonna
shooting?
use sound grenades? Are they sound grenades or no? Are they mine racks?
Okay, there's a car there.
Yeah, and it's made of pole ice. I don't know what's specific about pole ice, but apparently that's what the car is. You know, if you've read it, just said pole ice for some reason. Like, what's the difference between ice and pole ice? Is it just that it's the shape of a pole, or that the ice came off a pole? Like, how do you market that specifically? You know?
Oh, there's bullets on the over here.
Is it in the crate? And you ran into fire, or did he just
no, I didn't.
stun you?
I didn't run into fire. He's stunned. What the?
He's
Oh, wait.
gonna jump pounce. He's in pouncing mode.
Fuck! No! E! Oh, come on! There we go. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm running. Whoa!
How does he not destroy those crates? Like, those are the strongest crates ever. Like, they just took like a 400-pound monster landing on them. No problem. Oh, hey, your mine went away.
I'm gonna run on it? Oh, wait, yes. Where? Oh, fucking...
Did you really just fucking parry him?
No,
Like,
I just fucking...
oh, okay. I was gonna say, if you really just parried...
I
Could
just...
you imagine parrying a giant just like that? Just...
Oh! Oh!
God damn! Oh, he did actually hurt you. Huh. Come on.
Oh!
Now stab him in the ass. That's not the ass, son.
Whoa!
He's like a fucking...
Oh, come on!
Werewolf.
Okay, that didn't work that time.
Oh,
Oh! I'm fine.
I don't know.
I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if you heal right now, because you're not, like, dead. Also, should you reload your shotgun?
Most likely.
Also, you're gonna...
Fucking
yeah, he's gonna
ow.
fall on you again. Dude, you fucking... No shit. You literally did that last time.
Yeah.
Like, literally the one-to-one exact same events happened less than, like, a minute ago, I swear.
Yeah. You might be right.
Why you stabbing the ass, huh?
Because he doesn't attack me back here. Fucking die.
He's like, ask me on a date first. Jeez, you can't just stick things in my butt. Why does that rock so aggressively? Is that just to get your
Oh my god!
Okay. Oh my god, wow. I was gonna be so mad at you there for a second, like, dude, come on.
Okay, ouch.
Okay, now heal.
Dude, could you leave me alone, sir? I would like some
You're
personal
just
space.
inside of his guts right now. I wouldn't use your shotgun if I were you. Yeah.
Oh, come on. What?
Well, there are 2 crates you haven't opened up, so you could always search those.
Where?
Over there and behind you.
I need to
There are
stop it
2
in its
crates.
tracks.
Where's the other one? Oh my god, there's just stuff here. Oh my god!
You literally
Oh my
collected
god!
ammo. Dude, what? You saw there was ammo. And you never collected ammo, so it's just like, you knew there was ammo here.
Hello, sir. Could you leave me alone?
Okay, looks like he's going for his run again. So, hold
Too
on,
hard to
don't
hit
get
while
too
it's
close. There you go.
Alright, let's go!
Let's do
Alright,
this.
well, that's not what I was holding.
So, should you have, made sure you clicked on the loot, or are you gonna get a chance? Because there's definitely more loot in this area you did not get.
Is there? I thought I got it all.
Yes, there's an entire crate you didn't open.
No, I opened that crate.
Carlos, you still there?
On the opposite side. Turn around.
Come on,
Oh.
you got a
Right
crap out on
fucking
me
there.
now?
Jesus
Uh,
Christ. You can't tell me you didn't. Oh my god. Oh my
Uh,
Jesus Christ. Eat one of your herbs. Like, do you need any healing? Because yeah, just eat a herb. Eat a single herb.
yeah, you're right.
And then you take up fire bullets. Or combine the red herb. That works as well. Oh
Fucking
my god.
get out of the menu.
How do you not see the crates? You knew there was ammo in the arena, and you
I
never
thought I grabbed it
collected
all. I thought that van was the only side.
No, there were exactly two crates. I thought you saw them. That's why I even made a joke.
Well, that's the thing.
Man,
I
these
only
crates
saw.
are really tough.
I only
the
saw
thing
that one.
Landed on it.
That's the thing. I only saw the one crate.
But you still didn't go for the crate at any point.
Well, I waited till the end.
Yeah, when I reminded you.
Okay, well.
Motherfucker. Like, you can't pretend.
I remember
like,
there was ammo.
waiting.
I was going for the first crate. Just not the second one. The second one I completely forgot about. You're right.
But you ran out of ammo, and I had to explain to you about.
Well, no,
the
I
crate.
knew. I knew I had to get it.
You didn't seem like it. You were like, what are you talking about?
No,
you
I
know?
didn't. The second one I was like, what are you talking about? The first one I was like, yeah, I know, I'm going for it. I'm getting it. Ow.
See, I guess I kind of get that because I remember you mentioning it. It was on the
What the
map.
fuck are you doing here? You're just sitting here?
Interest. You've done me a big favor.
Asshole.
Yes.
Well, I know why you're
Yes,
here,
sir.
but you're an asshole. I like how he's on the same side as Nemesis, and it's just leaving him be.
Well,
Like,
he's
half a
just
day
old.
later. Roughly half a day later. Carlos, you sweet ass buffoon! You took your damn time getting here.
God damn it.
I don't know
Tyrell,
where that
you
came
copy?
from.
What's going on?
Sweet ass
Jill's been
buffoon.
infected. I'm
So
taking her to
I
the
have a
hospital.
question for you.
Maybe Dr. Bard can save her.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll meet you there.
So, this is there's a very specific context I'll give.
Ah,
after.
yes, right next to
The
my
ba-
supple neck.
You hang in there, Super Cop. I got you.
But the basic question is, should one break themselves to help someone else get better?
Are they, like, it depends, for me, I guess it depends on the relationship, like, what your purpose is, what your goal is, your reasoning.
In this situation,
Again, there's multiple different, moral gray.
it's between a nephew and the main character, right? The main
What-
character
what-
is doing a marathon, and the nephew.
Oh, I remember this.
needs
I
to
think
go
you
through-
described this before. Something about...
Maybe I told you off stream. I could believe that. But basically, the nephew needs rehab, like walking therapy,
Right.
basically.
And, like, his uncle's gonna, like, run for it, but his uncle can't
Well,
run
yeah.
for it unless, because he'll, you know,
Get you the
actually break
vaccine.
down and he won't be able to run again.
Yeah,
Which, in that
his knee
situation,
will give out,
sure.
and he'll lose the ability to walk.
Again, it's
basically.
a personal choice of different moral grade. There's no wrong answer there. It's just like you could sacrifice your, you know, ability to walk for this kid, which would be like almost universally seen as like a moral act when it should be. But at the same time, it's not completely understandable
To
or
me,
wrong
I don't think. I
to
feel like you
do
should
the
talk,
other.
like just talk to the nephew, be like, hey, but I'm gonna lose my ability to walk. You know.
Well, that's
Like,
the thing.
That's one of those things where if it's like in house and family, I feel like you need to talk about this. This is where you need to have a dialogue. And, like,
I
you know-
disagree, because family is... If you have, like, a close connection with family, you are often self-sacrificing with them. Like, and that's completely understandable, you know? It's, fucking...
But I don't think you should have to break your
Well,
one-
that's the thing, you
oneself
don't have
down
to.
help
That's
someone.
where you're wrong. That's where you keep misunderstanding the question in itself. You're coming at this like it has an answer. But no one's saying you have to do either. The question is, could you, would you, not, and even should you doesn't really make sense because there is no right answer to that. It is a morally great question where you're not wrong if you don't choose to. But at the same time, while yes, it would be considered heroic or noble to do this action, even in despite of that, and you can choose to do that based on your own moral or ethical thing at the time. It's your own choice, but it is a morally great question with no wrong answer. And if you had that close connection, you would likely not care. It would be like, it doesn't matter to me if I don't walk. This kid deserves to walk again. You know? Or even if he never walked before, this kid deserves to experience the ability to walk. That's something that I at least had.
To me, the reason why, like, I'm not saying there's a wrong answer either, but I definitely think you shouldn't have to break yourself.
Well, that's the thing.
Thinking,
No one said that at all. It's
like, you shouldn't have to sacrifice your ability for someone else to have the ability, is what I'm thinking.
Well, yeah, but the world isn't fair, and in the world like we live in, that's just the options you have. Yeah, by your answer, yeah, you're right. It isn't fair. It's not like you shouldn't have to. Like, the world would be a lot better if you didn't have to. But at the same time, if that was the way, then that is, that's the way, and that's just where the question ends. Is like, where do you stand on what moral decision do you do? And I don't want to judge
get that
you
real
for
life
either.
isn't fair and all that, but it's one of those things that definitely feels like it could be talked about. Like, there's definitely could be a negotiation.
And there's also
There
pressures
doesn't have
on
to be
it too.
one person taking the complete extreme, right? Like, let's say no one in the family knows about it. It's purely between these two.
Well, then
That I don't know. Like, that's
does it
what I'm
really
thinking.
matter? Because it doesn't really involve other people. You could involve them, but it is ultimately your decision. So involving others just adds pressures from the outside world to make specific decisions.
But
To
couldn't,
me,
well,
it's-
I thought, well, in my mind, couldn't lessen the pressure because then you're getting more input. Because if you're just in your own head, you could add pressure yourself. Like, it's being in a
You
bubble
could.
and you don't.
You are right. You are within your own bubble, but at the same time, think about what it is. Like I just said, there is since it would be a noble act, there is somewhat of an expectation. Oh, are you gonna do this? Like, there are societal pressures. Like if you have the ability, maybe you should. But it's not necessarily fair in that situation, like you said. Because it is still okay, morally, to want to be able to keep your ability to walk. You shouldn't have to, but societal pressures, even from family, because even families will give you societal pressure.
Yeah.
So, even
I
with
definitely-
that, there's
this is definitely where our answers would differ because, I've had a very fair family, and if it was between family, there'd definitely be more
where's Bart now?
negotiation and it would lower
Gotta be
pressure
glad to be back.
overall.
Stay
But obviously, I can
positive. I'm on
understand
my
for
way.
you, it'd be the
I'll go on ahead.
inverse, or you're just looking at more objectively all around.
I am
you
just
know?
looking at it more objectively. I'm just looking at it as hey,
And
there
my
is no
end's coming
moral.
from, if you have a good family and everyone's chill with each other and everyone's valued the same amount, right? No
Right.
one's
It's
put
not.
on a
It
hierarchy.
doesn't have to be a system where they're valued more. It could literally just be I want to do this for this person because they deserve at least that chance. That's all it takes.
What is that making life better an ad for? Is that supposed to be for a medicine or the hospital at large? In the other room, there was one on the wall that
Everything.
had a mother looking at a baby, and it was just making life better. And I'm like, who? The doctors? The baby? The mother? I'm not sure who's making it better. There was no direct line of advertising that was obvious there. Maybe that's just bad marketing. When your marketing isn't even clear who it's supposed to be supporting. Wait, that just makes me think of a really dumb ad I saw that was that was trying to be really political, but was just so confusing because it had so many layers that was wait, are you supporting the left or the right? Or are you not supporting the left and you're acting like you're, there were so many layers that it was just you didn't know who the fuck the ad was for, right? Oh my god. Yeah, I definitely think I asked you maybe off camera, but I didn't take it off, so I don't think I ever asked you on camera.
I'm pretty sure you did with Night in the Woods. It might have been the last time I recorded or something. I think it was actually Resident Evil. You did. You asked me on a previous
What?
Resident Evil episode.
Oh, the previous Resident Evil. Wait.
No, this Resident Evil, but in the
Oh.
previous episode. I remember you did.
I feel like that's a different question. No.
No, it's not, because I told you exactly what the question was back at you.
You did, but you remembered it. And the problem, I'm thinking about this right. I don't think I went that far back in my notes, so I don't think I would have read that question.
But you did.
That's my... Are you sure? Are you sure? Because I feel like I could have... I definitely believe I told you, right? Like that, I
No,
don't
I'm
doubt you've
100%
heard it.
sure.
But I don't...
100%
I feel like you
sure.
either heard it at a different time or in Night in the Woods. Because I can believe Night in the Woods, right?
Well, that's the thing. No, because you started going back and reading these questions during the start of the Resident Evil series. That's why I remember specifically. Is because you started specifically on this
but I
series.
didn't scroll that
And I
far
remember
back
you
yet.
asked me that question in like episode 2 or 3.
I do have them downloaded, so I could always go check it out real quick. I can go see if it's in episode 2. Alright. So, so when I first started playing,
Welcome to the office of Dr.
goddamn, Persona 3, Reload, my my roommate, who isn't much of a,
Dr.
much
Bard, are you in
for,
there? I'm here to
JRPGs,
rescue you. Open.
and
Force.
so they came into my room while I was playing
Voice
that,
match.
and I was fighting like this
bullshit is this?
bird thing, and I swear I could literally see a question mark on their face when they looked at the screen, and so but I found that I have a good bit of fun of coming up for excuses why enemies do certain attacks. Because specifically, this bird was holding a lantern, and it was doing fire attacks. So I'm like, I guess this bird is just throwing its lantern at me to do damage, you know? Like, just coming up with ridiculous, like, common answers for how would an elemental attack work with this creature, you know? And I... and it just is like... And I just, like, coming up with the idea. It was like, let me see what I wrote down here. It was, I literally said, this is what I had said. Imagine the bird's just throwing the lantern, and it's just throwing it because it's freaking out. Like, what the hell are you doing here? You know, it's just panicking. Like, it's not even purposely attacking you, like, with malicious intent, just like, self-defense! And after seeing that...
Fuck! I did not see you there.
Which, sounded funny to me, and I realized a few
Oh, come
hours
on.
later that the reason I may enjoy playing Persona 4 Golden with you, like when we ever get there, is that because you're the one on the outside,
Whoops,
I'll
that's
be
the
able to
wrong button.
exploit that to get more interest out of the game by making more comedy bits or just basically having random commentary that makes no sense. Like, basically more out of context moments. Basically.
Got
But,
fucking
yeah.
nothing, man. Got no bullets. All I have is heal items.
So,
I can't
time-wise,
kill zombies.
what
I
are we
know.
looking at?
We're over 30 minutes, but I'm gonna keep going because I have to go soon. You gonna do anything,
Okay.
or you just gonna sit there? Oh, your head's gone. Okay, cool.
So, when I started playing Bayonetta 3, I was surprised that at the end of every level, they had like a duck shooting gallery mini game. That you know what duck shooting gallery games are, right? They're like the
Duck Hunt.
common at like fairs or whatever, like the stereotypical
Yeah.
game. Basically it's like that, and it felt so old, and it was that I was like remembering when it
Fucking
reminded me of when I would
bullets!
go to an arcade or like something, the same thing. Oh, okay, that's wow, that is not good English. Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
It reminded me of like a classic arcade game where like it's like a railgun shooter where it like puts you in solid positions while you try to kill all the targets, whatever. But the other thing is that it also was backwards compatible game on Xbox One. So they used the old buttons, which really threw me back, like from 360. So it definitely was like, oh my god. I don't know how do you feel about like do you if do you know how Xbox One's backward compatible games like changed the UI and whatnot to the old version, the 360 like?
No. I don't really pay attention to that shit really too much. I don't have an Xbox One.
I was just gonna say, if you've played any of them, do you prefer when they change the UI to like the old stuff, like where it basically goes back to old versions?
What is UI? Again, I don't actually remember.
UI is like, well, UI is like HUD screens, like this. I think this entirely is UI. I can check it.
Okay, so basically just like menus. Okay, well.
Menus and your button prompts are like kind of changed,
So it's basically older controller setups.
Yeah, it looks older and it's and it definitely has a style. It's a retro style.
I appreciate it. I think it's good that they include.
I don't mind it myself. It just always feels kind of weird because it's like you can. It's so easy to tell when it's 360 because the way they did the 360 buttons, they kept the exact same. So they just did. It's basically like reskinning.
Oh
like,
my god.
The Xbox to be
I think it
literally is.
It makes it easier for older players who aren't familiar.
I can definitely see that.
That was my immediate thought was, well, that just sounds like an overall like amazing thing to do, is because it allows it to where older players have like the familiarity with it into a newer genre. It adds a sense of familiarity that's just very important in bringing those kind of players more into this kind of gaming sphere, There's a lot of dead bodies in here.
Yeah. So, the other day, I had a question, which was, when you first saw King Dedede from, Kirby, did you think he was friends with Kirby?
No. I always had the basic idea that he was, like, the
I asked because
main antagonist in quotations.
I swore they were rivals or something.
No, Meta Knight's his rival.
Or just straight up enemies. Like, I knew Midnight was doing his own thing and was being an edgelord. Like, he was just, like, being the counter to Kirby. But, like, I thought King Dedede was, like, completely probably, like, if you think of character traits, the exact opposite, right? Malicious, greedy, gluttonous.
Are you kidding me? That's everything that Kirby is.
Well, I mean, he's not greedy. Kirby's not greedy.
Kirby's not greedy. Do you know Kirby? He killed a god over a piece of cake.
I mean, he pissed him off. I feel like he was asking for it. You see. But yeah, when I first saw King Dedede, I thought they were mortal enemies and whatnot. But I swear, like, definitely the latest games, they've just made them all friends. And they're, like, just, like, neighbors at certain points where it's like, did they, like, change direction halfway through King Dedede? We're like, god damn it, no one... Or maybe it's just because they were getting too used to it. They're like, god damn, are we really gonna use King Dedede for the 30th time as the enemy? Okay, let's switch it up. So then they just became friends, right? It's just like, we're not fighting, so we're friends,
And more like a reluctant ally who still wants Kirby dead. Oh.
I always thought of Midnight that way, right? Like, that's definitely how I see Midnight, where it's like, this one's a bigger problem than you are, so let's work together to beat it. That's definitely how I thought of Midnight. But King Dedede was always a random to me, who was kind of like,
so I'm just not allowed to be here?
Kirby already has a mortal enemy, already has like a deadly foe, being Midnight. Like, what does he bring to the table?
Now they've both been relegated to the reluctant like sidekick / rivals.
True.
Because like Kirby's just like fighting gods now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Please don't.
Have you seen Failboat's latest video where he does the idea is not simple.
Um.
Oh my god. Basically what he does for it is he has like this wheel and he has chat pick what is the
Do you mind looking up the
prerequisite-
safe code for nurse's station?
Yeah, it's I got it already.
What is
Alright,
it?
it's 9 right. Three left. And that's it.
Really?
Yep.
That.
I don't get it either, but apparently it's just double. For whatever reason they changed it for him. But yeah,
about
basically he
different-
just gets like he puts up a poll of like what B happens. So or sorry, A happens. What is B? Like what do I have to do if A happens, right? And basically he has chat like vote for things on a poll, and he ends up having to like make like pasta, and he has to make pasta whenever he ends up whenever he ends up dying. It's just like, oh my god. And so he just has like a cycle
right.
of pasta being made.
That reminds me of his race against Doug. They actually raced Breath of the Wild randomizer shit.
Yeah,
So
I remember that.
They actually had to draw everything they died to after, like, in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So it just, like, it's a huge time waster.
I only watched it from Failboat's Doug's perspective, how he basically clutched out the win-win with, like, he got, like, all 3 things in the water temple. He got all 3, like, of the last things he needed.
How fucking lucky was that shit, man?
Okay,
Hello.
let me get rid of that idea.
What the?
Do you even know where the closest save point is?
Nope. Actually, yes. I do.
Are we gonna get to it in the next 2 minutes or so? Like, can you do your speedrun text to get there?
I have none. That's my speedrun tech. Waste my bullets. Oh, fucking grenade. Thank God. Where is everything? That's not all that's in here.
Oh my god.
Where? What? Get up. What? Oh, there. Alright, well, that's something.
I definitely fucked with that one.
It's, over here somewhere.
Oh, that's why I had this one here. I talked about the first half, but the second half is the real topic point. Okay. I'll talk about it then. Basically, this idea, to summarize, I mean, it's not that long. I just talked about what it's based off of, this, specific context I'm giving. It's from Zom 100, best show,
Okay.
best anime ever. Anyway.
It's okay, from what I've seen.
And, the specific context I start to get to lay out is that he has no skill in the art of picking a topic. So, like, and his first idea he wants to try to do is to get down with a flight attendant. And so, his plain goal, he just, like, to pick a topic, he just says his goal. Which was so blunt that it was like, I literally had, you know the SpongeBob meme? Where he puts his hands together and points them downwards and it's just big
It's
text
him
saying,
looking
"Boy."
disgusting. Yeah.
Just like, boy.
Oh,
what the
that
fuck?
one. There, I thought you were looking at like I thought you were talking about like the disgusted like what the fuck meme, like if you know what I'm talking about.
No. Just,
But you're
just
talking about
hands
like the
together,
hands
pointing
together
downwards.
straight down
Yep.
like an arrow like
Just,
boy like what the fuck are you
boy,
doing?
yes, exactly. And I'm just like, dude, what are you doing? It's not. And,
No shit, I gotta go.
Okay, this is not it.
Um,
I'm like,
fun
I'm
fact.
thinking this is
Time
not
to
it.
it's time to pull up the end card. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comment section or in the Discord server by clicking the link in the description below or in the About section.
Oh my god, the story ends with me saying that that moment reminded me of you once you start going in the wrong direction.
What?
My phone is saying it's time. Okay, I'm saying that the last thing with that whole story was that
I
it
don't-
reminded me, that moment reminded me of you when you start going in the wrong direction of a convo and you gun it so hard that no one can stop you besides duct tape.
I mean, that's also you, but like I don't even remember the original story.
The story about the boy, like the whole he picks a topic and says he wants to lay with the girl, like that's his topic.
How does that remind you of me?
Because it's so stupid. It's like you burst out the first. It's him bursting out the first idea, and it's like, no, what are you doing, Chief? And that reminds me of you
How?
when you
I
get
d-
flustered.
Okay, when I get
Because you
flustered,
end up gunning it so hard.
Well, yeah. Usually, when I get flustered, I just speak too rapidly and I don't think about
yeah,
shit.
you gun it so
But
hard
in
that the
general-
only thing that can stop you is duct tape.
Right, in general, I don't do that. In general, you do that. That is more like you than me by a long shot. Because you don't have to be flustered. You'll just do it to do it.
Well, it's mostly due to the problem with reading. Like, that's mostly it. And then trying to recuperate from that and explain what I was trying to say.
Right. Anyways, questions, put them in the comment section or in the Discord server by clicking the link in the description below or the About section. You'll find the links to our other media there as well. If you like this video and want more of the series, click on the link on the right. And if you want what YouTube suggests, click on the link on the left. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time for some more Resident Evil 3.